Hi, my name's Rosalind and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to social media and looking to learn digital life skills, then you're in the right place. Today's video is on how to use Instagram. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your own Instagram account, post your own pictures and your videos, gain followers, and also look for people to follow yourself. There are three components that make up Instagram. First of all, the feed, then Instagram stories, and more recently, Instagram TV. Today's video is just going to run you through the feed, and then I'll do another follow-up video on the others. So the first thing you need to do is download the Instagram app from the App Store. If you don't know how to do that, I'll pop my video up on here about the Apple Store and how to download apps to your phone. So if you want to go and do that first, then come back and watch the rest of the video and get ready to set up your Instagram account. So after you've finished watching this video, you'll be able to set your own Instagram account up, gain a new audience on Instagram wanting to follow you, and you'll be able to follow lots of different people and see their own accounts as well. And Instagram is using photos from your photo album on your phone and your videos. So I'm going to put a link up here to my video, how to take a photo on iPhone, in case that's going to be helpful for you. So let's get onto my phone now and have a look how to use the Instagram app. So once you've downloaded the Instagram app, you'll need to click on it and you'll be asked to create a username. Now I wanted my name Rosalind Bell, but obviously that was taken, so I had to improvise. So I've now decided to use Rosalind_B007. So that is what my username will be on this account for Instagram. So once you've done that, then just need to click through this little wizard. So the first thing is obviously asking you how old you are, and then the next thing you'll see, it's going to ask you about whether you want to connect to Facebook. So if you're a member of Facebook, you can find your friends via your Facebook account. I'm just going to skip through all these little questions in the wizard here. You don't need to fill them in now if you don't like. And it'll also ask if you want to use any of your contacts in your contacts app, and if you want to, then obviously go ahead. If not, just skip through. And then the last one will ask you about whether you want to save the login details. So once you've done all that, you are ready to go. Now what Instagram will do is it will suggest who you might like to follow. Looking at the answers that you put in the wizard and looking at your Facebook friends and any of your contacts, it would suggest maybe that you might like to follow these people. So you can either agree to this or you can find your own people. It's completely up to you. So now you've set up your account, the next thing Instagram is going to do is to ask you to set up your profile. So this will be your feed page. You'll see the username at the top, Rosalind B007, and then down the bottom it will ask you to complete the profile. So you can either click on these blue squares and fill them in, or you can manually do it. So at the top right you'll see those three little lines. Now if you click on that, it will take you into your user settings for your account. Now this is completely up to you whether you want to be a private account or a public account. If you want to make it private, this is the way to do it. Turn on your account privacy. Now the difference between a public account and a private account is if you're public, then anybody and everyone on Instagram can see your feed. They can see your photos and everything. If it's private, that means only people that are following you can see your feed. And if somebody wants to follow you, you will get a message and you have to authorize them to follow you. So now we're going to set up our own profile. So where it says edit profile at the top in the middle, click on that and that will take you into your profile page. So from here we're going to click on change profile photo and that will take us into our photo albums on our phone. So from here we can select a picture of ourselves that we would like to have as our profile picture on our feed account. So I've selected this one and you can just move it around to get it in the right place and click done. So the next thing you want to do is add something in the bio, which is just a brief sentence, a quick description of who you are and what you're about. So this could be anything, depending whether it's a personal account or it's going to be a business account. This is where you just type a few sentences something that you'd like everybody to know. So I'm just going to type a quick sentence here and then click done. And then you'll see that your profile page is actually taking shape with a little bit more information about you. So now it's time to add your first post. Now if you look at the bottom in the middle, there's a plus sign in a square. If you click on that, it will take you straight into your photo albums from where you can find a photo or a video that you would like to upload to your feed account. So click on the picture that you like and then click next. Now this will give you options at the bottom if you want to add a filter. So you can add a filter to make it a bit more moody or black and white or whatever. I've decided here I'm not going to use the filter, so I'm just going to click on the first one, which is the original picture. That will embed it, and then at the top you'll see there's a little light or a little torch looking instrument in the middle. So if you want to make the picture a bit lighter, a bit darker, you can use this slider to do that. Once that's done, just click next. Now it's going to ask you to write your caption, which is the text that you want to appear under the picture. Now, Instagram doesn't recognise a carriage return, so if you want to put carriage returns in, you'd need to write your text in notes and then copy it and paste it in. But instead here, I'm just going to do 3 dots to give a bit of space underneath before I put my hashtags. Now, hashtags are something that you'll need to put if you want other people to be able to find your post. Now I will talk about hashtags a bit later in this video, but for now I've just copied and pasted some in that I had from my notes app directly into the caption area. So once all your hashtags are added and you're happy with your caption, you can scroll up and down and check it's everything that you wanted it to be. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to click on tag people. Now this is where you can tag someone in your post. So if you wanted to put somebody's name and tag them to the post so they will get a copy of it and a notification in their feed, this is where you do it. So Instagram will take you to your picture, and what you need to do is click on it and it will bring up the search bar. And here you need to search for the person that you want to tag in this picture. In this case I'm going to tag myself, and then that'll add it, and click done. The next option is to add a location. Now I don't want to turn my location settings on, so I'm going to cancel that and put it in manually. So if you're in a restaurant or you're in some nice place you wanted people to know, this is where you do it. Now at the bottom, if we go down into advanced settings, we can see we can add some alt text, so some alternative text to maybe somebody who is visually impaired. So instead of reading your caption, they will actually get a voice activation telling them what you've written here. So it's nice to put something personal in case there is somebody visually impaired that's wanting to see your post. Depending on the reason why you set up this Instagram account will obviously depend on whether you want to add alt text and you want to add location. But if you are adding location, for example, it's very good if you're, say for example you're in central London, then your post will actually be able to be viewed by people who are following the hashtag Central London. So it's a chance for you to get more exposure if that's actually what you're looking for on your Instagram account. So once you've done everything, just click done and then hit back here. And then at the top right, you want to click share, and that will actually post it to your Instagram account. So once you've done that, it will process it, put it on the screen, and then you will see how it's going to be viewed on Instagram. So if you scroll down, obviously Instagram only has enough room for the first couple of lines. So if you're making a punchy caption, you want to have them in the first 2 lines. If you click on more, then that will show you the rest of the caption, which any other Instagram user can do. Now, if you've posted it to Instagram and you realise you made a mistake, those 3 little dots to the right will enable you to edit it. So if you click those, you can edit or you can delete the post from there. You can then go into the post and you can make any changes that you need to make. And then once you've done them, you can just click done at the top right, and that will just embed those. So the new post will be seen now and not the old one. Now, one thing I like to do is always hit the heart and like my own pictures. If you don't like them, probably no one else will. Now, if you see in the bottom right, there's that picture of yourself with a red dot on it. That will actually show you your feed. And the reason it had a red dot on it was because somebody tagged you in the post, which you remember I tagged myself. So the one on the left is your feed and the one on the right is tagging. So now you've got a post up in your feed, now might be the time to make your account public. So if we go back to those three little lines at the top again, into our settings and into privacy, we can now change the account from a private account to a public account. So anyone can now see our post that we've just posted and they can like it, they can make comments on it, etc. Now back on our profile page, at the bottom, the icon that looks a bit like a magnifier, if we click on that, that's the search tool. So that will take us into the search menu, and there's varying different options we can do if we're looking for people here to follow or just have a look at their Instagram account. So if we click on that, we get here, and if you click on the search bar, it will actually take you into a more detailed description. So we can look for top accounts, we can look for specific accounts by name, we can search for hashtags, or we can search for places. So if we were looking for central London, we could put in places and look at it that way. So I'm actually going to look for a certain individual called Peter McKinnon, who's a photographer. Now you can see that he has a blue tick in a circle next to his name, which is just indicating that it's definitely his authorized account. Now if we click on that, we'll get his story, and I will be going into a bit more about that later, but if you just click on his name, it will take you to his feed account, which is what we're talking about today in this video. So you'll be able to see his actual feed. So you'll notice looking at his feed that he has the same grids that we had on our account. Now if you click on the first picture, that will take you into the individual picture. This one you'll see has got two little dots in the middle underneath, which means there's two pictures. You can just scroll from left to right to see those, and you can keep scrolling down to see his individual pictures on his feed. So to add a comment to any photo, all you need to do is click in the little bubble next to the heart-like icon and just start typing your message. You can add a emoji or anything here, and once you've typed your message, just hit post and it will add it to the rest of the comments that he's received for this one particular picture. Now if you want to like a post, all you have to do is click the little heart and it will turn red, and if you want to read any of the other comments that have been made, just click on view comments. So going back into the search now, we've had a look at individual accounts. We can now look at hashtags. So if we want to, for example, look for photography, we can type under that in the search bar there, photography, and we can see the hashtag, and we can see how many posts that hashtag actually has. So if we click on it, it will take us into the actual page for that hashtag, and you can see the top posts, the one that are the most popular, and also you could click on recent to see the most recent posts on that hashtag. So again, you can click on the first picture and scroll through all the photos that are under that hashtag. And also the other hashtags that you see above the feed, like photo and photographer, you can click on those hashtags as well, and you'll go into those individual pages and you'll be able to see the pictures under those hashtags too. Now if we're searching for locations or places, say for example we type in London, we get a slightly different view of what we're looking at here. But again, it's a hashtag, and we can go in, we can see that there's a map, view of information if we wanted to click that, and all posts relating to London that people have posted and put the hashtag London onto that post. And obviously just from the clicking the search magnifier at the bottom, there are other options you can look for here. You can look up anything to do with TV and movies. You could look up sport, and that would give you varying different pictures and posts that people have made. So there's lots to search for here. So just having a look now at a few of the other icons that are on the screen. So if we go back into Peter McKinnon's account, and we can see next to the little comment bubble, there is a kind of what looks like a arrow. So if we click on that, we'll then get the option that we can use that picture on our story. And I'll be talking about that in my next video about Instagram stories. And if we look at the other icon, which is on the right, which is basically another sort of arrow, if we click that, that will then save that picture. So if we liked the information, or there was something we liked about this picture and we wanted to keep it, then we could keep a copy of that on our own Instagram account. So you'll see that icon's now gone black to mean that we've saved it. So if we go to the bottom right and click on our profile picture and we go into our settings, we can actually go into the saved section. Now this will show you any photos that you've actually saved. No one else will see them apart from you. And if there's any information or a certain picture that you liked, you can just keep it there for your reference for the future. Now the next icon we're going to talk about is the one on the bottom left, which looks like a house. And to show you this, I'm going to go into my other account, which is called the Doberman Dog House, which is all about my dog. But of course, we're just looking at my feed page here, so these are pictures that I've posted. But if we hit that little house icon at the bottom left, we will see all the people that I follow. These are what they've posted. So this is where you're looking at all the people that you're following and what they're posting. So you can just scroll down and you will get all the pictures from the people that you follow to be able to review and comment and share and save from here. So this account I've just set up with you is a personal account, and if you go into the top right and click those lines again, you'll see the options that you can do to this account. And now looking at my other account, the Doberman Dog House, you'll see there's way more options here, specifically the insights. Now because this is a business account, it gives you way more detail. Although you can see I haven't been specifically active this week on my Instagram account, but it will show you how many likes you've had on each picture. It will show you the interaction between your audience. You've been discovered, who's looking. So way more detail. So that's the difference between a personal account and a business account if you're looking for those kind of insights. But having said that, there are other apps that are available from the App Store that can give you similar information without having to make your Instagram account a business account. And I'll do videos on that later on. So back to our new account, and you can see here I've got no followers and I'm not following anyone. So it's time that we started looking at how to follow people. So back into our search icon at the bottom, and we're going to search again for Peter McKinnon. So we just start typing and he should come up. There he is with the blue tick. So if we click on him and we go into his profile page, you'll see there's a big blue button that says follow. So if we click on that and then on the downward arrow, we get certain different options as to what we can do when we follow him. So if we click the notifications option, that will take us in to see what he is showing on Instagram. So we can see that he's got stories, he's got IGTV, and he's got posts. Now if we want to receive every single post, every single story, and every single IGTV that he puts up, then we'd move those white buttons over to green and they would all appear on our feed. If we just want to get every now and then a post, or we just want to be following him, then just leave it as is and you will receive posts that he makes coming through to your account from your home page. So now back on our profile page, you can see that I'm following one person, and if I click on followers, it will take me into that list there. You can see that I'm following him. It will also now give me more options as to who I might like to follow on the basis that I followed Peter McKinnon. So if there is anyone in that list that they're offering you, just click on the blue follow button and do exactly the same as before. So now going back into my account, the Doberman Doghouse, I'm just going to recap on the icons at the bottom of the screen. So the one on the left is your home screen, which shows you all the posts from the people that you're following. So this is where you'll be able to scroll and see what they've been posting over recent days. Now the next one along, the little magnifying one, is a search tool that we've already been through and had a look at how you can search for different people you're looking for, searching hashtags or topics or anything else. Now the next one along, the plus sign in the square, is when you want to post on Instagram, and this will take you into your photo album and you'll be able to select and post from there. The one on the bottom right is your profile page, so that will take you to your home page. Now the one next to it, the little heart, now this is where you'll see any reaction from people that are following you. They'll be liking your post, they'll be commenting on them, and this is where you'll see their reactions. Now if you see a little red dot underneath the heart, that means that you've got a new comment or a new like symbol from somebody that is following your posts. So if you see that little red dot, click on the heart and you'll be able to go in and see all the comments that people have made. Now if you see follow in the blue square, that means you've got a new follower, and that will tell you who it is. Now if you want to follow them back, then you just need to click on the follow button, and then that will let you follow them straight back. Now just a quick word on hashtags. The maximum amount of hashtags you can have on one post is 30, but it's recommended that the optimum amount is between 25 and 30. So generally speaking, I'd put about 27 hashtags on one post. Now it all depends if you're a private account or you're a public account. Obviously if you're private, then there's probably not much point in putting too many hashtags on, because you're not really wanting many people to see it. You've just got a very small family audience. So that option is completely up to you. So I hope you enjoyed that video and you're excited to get started on Instagram. And if you are, please make sure you give the video a thumbs up down below. And also please feel free to follow me on either Rosalind_B007 or on my other account, the Doberman Doghouse. I would love you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, so please hit the subscribe button down below and also click the notification bell. As I mentioned, I will be doing a follow-up video to this one on how to use Instagram stories. So by clicking the notification bell, you'll receive an email letting you know when I've uploaded a video, and you can view new content from me and learn with me, making sure you don't miss any videos. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, bye.